Hey y'all, it is July the 16th. It's a beautiful day over here in San Antonio, Texas. Gotta tell you, it's not even that hot. I'm all up in the shade though. Y'all, I wanted to make this brief video, probably be the last video that I'm gonna make because I'm gonna be a little bit busy, but that I'm gonna make until maybe tonight. Maybe tonight I'll drop it if there's something that I need to bring up. But I'm gonna be kind of busy from now until, I gotta go to work. All right, and I'll be working on something. And I'm gonna tell you about it towards the latter part of this video. I want to talk to y'all about the things that I've been going over recently. And the thing is, you might not know this about me, or maybe you do. I'm a skeptic. I'm skeptical in nature, to be honest. I've been driven there a long time ago. Very skeptical. I don't know if maybe I was born that way. I couldn't tell you, but a little bit rebellious in nature. Skeptical. I need to know. At this point, I need to know. So, I was saying, and it's this thing, man, asking you will receive. All right, I gotta tell you, the Lord will provide. I know that hurts people's feelings. All right, but I've gotten word. I got my hands on some leaked transcripts, all right? And this was a number of days ago, and of course I've been covering what I've been seeing in the transcripts, all right? A lot of people will want to set the precedent, oh, that's criminal behavior, oh, that's illegal, you shouldn't be looking at these transcripts. All right then. But here's the thing, all these transcripts that I got, look, I'm not the only one. I'm probably not the first of the thousands, you know what I mean? There's thousands of people got this transcript, reading it, so I'm covering it. Now the thing is, because I have a skeptical nature, and a lot of people out here who's watching this channel, they also have a skeptical nature. We cannot prove that these transcripts that I am reading are correct. Not at this moment. We can't. They're leaked. In a sense, it's like technically it was illegal. Whoever leaked it, they did something illegal. All right. Then again, they also leak certain things to what you used to call news outlets, right? And those people will be like, we got the word, and we want to tell you this and that, blah, 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 blah. And so they've been doing that for months. It's been over 4 months now. So these news outlets, if you want to call it that, they'll leak out certain phrases, they'll leak out certain statements, they'll pick out one or two liners, put them on the news, say, hey, look, a witness said this. We got some top secret exclusive information, and a witness said this, blah, blah, blah. It incriminates Nick Cruz to the fullest extent. Dude, we should think about giving him the death penalty. All right? That's what they're saying. Meanwhile, the transcripts that I got leaked to me from a very important person, I appreciate that person, holler at them. They know who they are. I have that transcript. If you want to email, if you want to receive an email from me with the transcript, you're more than welcome. Go ahead and email me. You should probably know my email address by now. Holler at me about it. Here's the thing. We can't prove that these are real. My skeptical nature knows that that's true, what we're reading. But, however, it's plain as day. It's clear as a bell that the statements that I've been reading definitely correlate with what's been leaked to the media already. I mean, you can tell who's who and what's what, sincerely, because you saw bits and pieces of this leaked testimony already. They put them on these news publications. They thought they would be slick. They thought they would give you one or two liners. They thought they would tell you, oh, it's in the bag. We already know. We don't need evidence. All right. Meanwhile, these statements are, to characterize them as wildly incriminating to not Nick Cruz, but to everybody else, would be an understatement. It would be an understatement. To regard the testimonials that I've seen, and a couple of them I haven't even talked about yet, to regard those as anything less than a nightmare situation is an understatement. And to think exactly what the prosecutor is doing and saying, to think exactly what the defense, the unsavory Howard Finkel and his Finkelstein and his whole crew of flunkies. All right, overworked, I'm sure, but flunkies nonetheless. To think about what they're doing, and the fact is they want to keep this from us. They don't want us to see it. That wasn't supposed to be a part of public record. What they didn't realize, we live up in 2018. We'll get around your little ways. All right, somebody got around your little ways. They leaked the information just like it was going to be destined to do anyways the whole time. All right, unsavory things are coming out. Things that don't line up with your official narrative are coming out. Meanwhile, you have all sort of publications trying desperately to convince us otherwise, to include Snopes and the like. Snopes is so desperate. Snopes is just a window into the desperate nature of people who live their life swimming through lies. They eat them up and they gobble them up. It's like it's Thanksgiving Day dinner. They can't even get enough. All right, all these publications trying to convince us, oh, we don't know what we're talking about. We don't know what we're talking about now. We've been knowing what we're talking about. Y'all are going to get investigated regardless, because here's the thing. It ain't even just us. It ain't us little people who you're trying to ban and you're banning one by one YouTube. It ain't us who's coming after you anyways. People above y'all. You know that? No, they're going to investigate. They're going to see exactly what we're seeing. They're going to do everything in their legal power to kind of basically call y'all out for some liars. And then all sort of people are going to get fired. All sort of people are going to go to jail. And Nicholas Cruz, who knows how much y'all have ruined his life irrevocably. I mean, his life is certainly been compromised already. But the thing is, they think they can get away with it. All right. Meanwhile, you have to understand that the whole agenda, for some reason, unbeknownst to us, revolves around some sort of anti-gun legislation, all sort of silliness in which people can't even agree. All right, and they're still making it about gun legislation, which didn't even make sense to begin with. You're talking about schools. You talk about school regulation. All right, so everything about it is unsavory, to include the massive amount of lies, to include the fact is, what, did nobody in the mass media get the whole transcript? Or did they choose to not share with y'all anything but a couple of lines? Did they see the multiple witness testimonials about, oh man, there had to be multiple shooters? Had they read those yet? Because I read them. I read them a long time ago. The people read them a long time ago. I mean, it's been months now. All right. We're here just pointing out the obvious at this point, that irregardless of what we know or don't know, we do know that we're being lied to. We do know that it's very serious. We do know that it has everything, unfortunately, to do with the midterm election. It's like, dude, it shocks me that I can even correlate the two. These two things should have nothing to do with each other. However, they have everything to do with each other. These people have gone all wackadoodle as far as in the Democrat Party. This should have nothing to do with the school shooting, by the way. Nothing. However, the sheriff, you understand, is like a Hillary acolyte like you wouldn't believe. And that's just kind of weird. I mean, it's just kind of weird for him to be so political. But he is so political. All right. He does want to take away your guns. He did absolutely drop the ball, irregardless of how you look at this situation, so hard that he should have been fired. He should have fired himself that day. Right, but instead, he pointed the finger at all sort of Americans, to include NRA members, which I'm not even a part of. But you're talking about millions of people. And he wanted to point his finger at y'all because he dropped the ball. Man, he wanted to hide all sort of evidence. He said, you know what, that surveillance footage, you might never see that. I don't think you'll ever see it. That's what he said. All right, so that's the point that we're at. And so I guess I just want to finish it off by bringing up the midterm elections. And it's kind of awkward that I'm having to. But you understand that these people want to get certain people voted in, all right? These young high school, whatever you want to call them, actors, students, whatever. Simpletons. I don't know what you want to call them. They don't understand. They don't want to debate. They just want to yell and yap and talk and yap and scream and hold up their fist for some reason. right? They're talking about the midterm elections. Unless they are so blinded by their ignorance that they don't know up from down, they'll see already, and they've been seeing already, that they're just not producing the numbers. That they're not going to win hardly any of these elections that they're going for here in the midterms. It's not going to happen. All right? Even they have to know. We're talking about the Democratic Party. We're not even talking about these little kids who run around in tour buses. All right? Even they have to know which way the wind blows. It's not going to work out. And so that being said, like I said, people extremely drop the ball over there in Parkland, right? So you're gonna see what you're gonna see now before here in November is people of a Democratic persuasion sincerely dropping the ball again, sincerely, and you're gonna see many casualties, fatalities by it, allegedly. Between here and November, because they can't stop, won't stop. They need to give you more reasons. They need to give you less evidence. They need this. They need this so bad, because if they lose out on these midterms, you know, y'all already know I'm not a Republican or anything else. If they lose out on these midterms, there ain't no coming back for them. Ain't no coming back for Hillary or the Young Turks or whoever. There ain't no coming back for y'all. Y'all lose this midterm. You know it. You know it. And so you're going to try again at dropping the ball in order to accuse everybody of being wrong and bad for having guns. I come from Texas, and I'm sorry about it, but you're not living in reality. All right, you're not going to win these midterm elections, and so therefore we probably are going to see carnage. But you know, the thing is, we see through your little game, your little smokes and mirrors. We see through all your little judicial system delays. You're delaying us. You're stalling. You're stalling and stalling and stalling. You think it's going to play out? It's not going to play out in your favor. But the thing is, all this has been written a long time ago. All right, and I'm calling y'all out, and y'all gonna play your hand, and then I'm gonna play mine, and we're all gonna play ours. It's thousands of us. It's tens of thousands of us, hundreds of thousands. It's millions of us. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later with any of the updates that I get. I appreciate all y'all. We won't be lied to any longer. And I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. It's July the 16th, 2018. Hey, y'all, I forgot to talk about what I said I was going to talk about previously in this video. And that was what I was going to be working on from here probably until I go to work and stuff. Or I might be doing some other stuff. I'm hanging out with Bella. All right. Well, what I'm going to be working on, I forgot to tell you about what it is. And so what it is it's on my computer, right? The little computer that I bought because I really needed a new one. I bought a new one, and it's pretty reasonably priced over there at Walmart. I got it for $1.50. You know what I'm saying? And it's a laptop / tablet. It's pretty awesome. All right. So I've been working on a compilation, or an archive, if you will. All right, and it's on Word. Right now I have it saved to this Word mobile program that I got on there. And so it's a Word document. I'll see if I can save it as just like one of those, you know, to make it available for everybody. The thing is, I've been taking down all sort of witness testimonials from out of those leak statements, number one. And then from also out of just on the television and on what you've seen on people's YouTube and stuff like that. I've taken all sort of witness testimonials, and I've kind of bunched them together, and I've kind of consolidated, like I've sifted through, you know, to find the good details, to find all the important details, and I've got it mapped out in as comprehensive as of a way that I can do, as well as, you know, like just the shortest and briefest, like really getting to the heart of the matter, because you're going to find there's a lot of mumble jumbles all throughout these witness testimonials and stuff, people talking about weird stuff. All right. So basically I'm taking all what's important, like I said, putting in a Word document, kind of archiving it, making different various lists of the people who got killed, lists of the people who got injured, lists of the people who were in the building didn't get injured. Maybe perhaps a list of the people who were supposed to be in that building who we have not heard from. List of all sort of things. Right? It's going to include basically whatever I can think of, perhaps questions. I do have a lot of questions written down in there, and a lot of those questions I've already answered, and some of the questions I haven't yet gotten to. So I got all this in a Word document and stuff. I'm building it up. All right. And I'm going to make it available to anybody. If they want to email me and they want to get an email copy, I'll send you what I have. And perhaps people out there have already been building themselves, little different details. There's countless details, all right? It's like we're trying to bail out the ocean. There's countless details. So what I'm going to do is make it available to them and see if they can't get it in the format that I got it in, because I did it in such a way that it's, like I said, it's simplified, it's narrowed down, it really gets to the heart of the matter in a way that's visually very appealing. Like you don't get all overwhelmed in the same way that you would if you were looking at these transcripts. At times it's overwhelming to read the whole thing because so many details come at you. Right? I got a situation. I got a version in which it's, it's kind of easy to read. It's user friendly. Parts of it are color coded and things of this nature. All right. But however, I don't know if it's going to, translate to all sort of different programs and things of this nature. We're going to have to figure it out. All right. But I got this and I want to send it to whoever wants it. And if y'all have details that you want to add to it, hopefully it will translate and you'll be able to add to what I had on there. And maybe you have a lot, maybe you don't, maybe you only have a little, maybe you don't have any at all right now and you want to start by looking at all the details that I got for you. Thing is, I had to work on, providing links, because I've seen all these things personally that I'm writing down and what I have. I've seen it. So, there's a lot of links and different archives and different, blogs and this and that, different articles that, I could leave links to, and maybe I'll work on that as well, just to make sure I can keep it all straight. But suffice it to say, I've seen everything that's in the document, so you can add on to it, or you can use that as a stepping stone and maybe start to see what details you can think of, what kind of questions can you think of, what's relevant that I haven't brought up. And you add that to the document and send it back to me. All right. I encourage you to do this. All right. That's what I want you to do. Send it back to me with all the details that you got, and then I'll be able to look at that, look at what you added, and consider these things. Find out, get to the bottom of what it is you're talking about. All right. And we'll be able to come at it from all sort of different angles. At that point, someone else might email me. They might have all sort of different details. What I'm envisioning and what I'm suggesting right here is that it's going to be a snowball effect of epic proportions. I mean, we got all sort of details. We got all sort of questions. We got all sort of evidence to prove otherwise and stuff like this, and we're just going to put them all together. It's going to be that easy. They're going to want to make us criminals, but however, they're the criminals. All right. It's July the 16th, 2018. Holler at me. That's my email. And I'll holler at you as soon as I possibly can. I appreciate you. All right. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later.